But she left out the train, the coca, the parties, the sex, the promiscuity, getting hot. She left all of that out.
Anymore. I was like, this is not going to work out for me because, and again, I'm spinning the truth. I'm telling my family.
He's playing a victim to her family.
He's so controlling.
There it is. I tell you, man, bro, this is like my marriage, bro. Because what happens is she plays a victim to her family. He's controlling. He's insecure. He doesn't trust me. And then what'll happen is she'll end up doing it and say, you pushed me into his arms. Well, you thought I was doing it anyway, so I went ahead and did it. And then her family hates you. The family don't know she out here being a skeezer. She left that part out to the family. She's just like, I go to work and I go to these work meetings at night and he just gives me these problems. Just telling you, man, this is the evil, manipulative things that I talk about that people then out of context don't understand what I'm talking about. But when I show you the video, lots of guys have dealt with this type of manipulation. Not saying you were perfect in the marriage or the relationship, but you deal with this shit and nobody's going to help you ecclesiastically. Nobody's going to help you. You just got to put up with this shit and then cuff your balls and just tell that bitch to go fuck herself and pay the penalty. This is the stuff. And they make it sound all innocent and flowery and simple. And I was this and I told my parents and he didn't this. He's just too controlling. It's literally predictable, bro. This is 98% of women. 98. I don't think there's a woman that ain't like this, to me, in my opinion. So this is why I don't engage in relationships at all. I got major trust issues. I've seen even the women that were modest. They don't dress like whores. Do this. Wives that have 3 and 4 kids. Do this. I've seen it. I'm like, man, ain't no hope out here, bro.
Got to get out of this relationship. I mean, he's insecure. It's just, I'm just saying whatever I need to make my family be like, I mean, that doesn't sound anything like him, but like, I guess, yeah, if you're.
Yeah, the family like, that doesn't sound like him. All right, he doesn't seem like that type of guy to do that. Well, you don't know what he's like behind closed doors. But what did she leave out? All that hooker shit that she was out there doing. All right, she left all of that out.
Unhappy, go for it.
He said, if you're unhappy, I'm just not happy. Okay, I'm not happy.
Not go for it. Obviously, my family wasn't like, yeah, get divorced. But I mean, they're like, it's going to make you happy. Like,
happy. But I tell you, that I'm not happy bullshit is just guilt.
I guess you have to do what's going to make you happy.
And they don't know the real reason why. Yeah.
My mom will still say to this day, she watches my TikToks and she's like, I didn't know that you were hiding all this drinking from.
Yeah, I told you. I told you. See, the mom didn't get that part of the story when she was like, I'm not happy and he's insecure and controlling and I just want a divorce. Soon as the divorce go through and the family pay for the divorce and make the dude the enemy, the mom watching the TikToks and like, oh, you was a whore. That's why your marriage didn't work. You left that part out. You left the part out that you were coming back at home midnight on a Tuesday. You didn't tell us that. You didn't tell us that you had the boyfriend that you ended up with after your divorce was with you. He was at the job. He was at the job that you were working at, that your husband was trying to kid you off. Oh, okay. Oh, that was your coworker. When did you meet him? Oh, he overlapped your marriage by a year. You were seeing him during the whole divorce. See, the mom and the parents didn't know that, but guess what? When they figure that out, they don't say nothing. They just be like, damn. Hoodwink, bamboozle. So the men aren't the only victims. Everybody in the social circle becomes the victim. Her friends, the PTA, people at the school, everybody that she throws the husband under the bus becomes a victim, and they demonize the husband only to find out, oh, she was causing the problem. Dude, this is so predictable. This is predictable. And she's playing the old, oh, I'm just a white angel. I didn't do anything wrong.
Your ex, I was like, my ex. And I was like, yeah, I know you didn't, because I did whatever I could to make you not know. And my ex-husband would not tell my parents because he knew that would just piss me off.
Oh my God, dude, this is too close to home for me. This is too close to home. So what does the husband do? He takes the high road. He doesn't expose her to the family. He doesn't go to the family and like, dude, your daughter's a whore. She's a cokehead. She out here cheating on me. He doesn't expose her to the family because he knows she's gonna lash out on him. It's gonna make it worse. She's gonna burn his car up. So he basically takes that L. All right, I'll just take the L and be a good man. I'll take the high road. And then she threatens him. You better not tell. I'm gonna keep the kids away from you. So he just basically like, I ain't gonna ruffle anybody's feathers. But then the mom finds out, damn, why didn't he tell what he was going through? Because nobody cares when the man's going through the bullshit. They just, what did you do to her to make her do this? Oh, you must have pushed her into the arms. You were acting controlling and you made her push. Dude, this is too close to home. This is too close to home. This is crazy. But yeah, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares about you going through that shit. They gonna say, you must not be hitting it right. You must not be hitting it right. You better give her some flowers, take her on vacation, buy her a new diamond ring, buy her a new car. You must be doing something wrong.
Yeah. So he protected me in a sense, which he had to do what he had to do for himself. So after a steak dinner one night, I come home, or in my Uber home, actually, I rent an Airbnb in Manhattan for the month of January.
Oh my God, so familiar with this. She rents an Airbnb for a month. What do you think she was doing that entire month? What do you think she was doing? That Airbnb was for her boyfriend and her. She wasn't just in there twiddling her thumbs, crocheting, reading books, getting therapy. She was getting her brains fucked out in that Airbnb for the month. That was creating the argument and saying, I'm just going to get an Airbnb, an apartment for a month, and then we'll readdress this shit when the feelings go down. And she getting plowed. My ex used I'm gonna go spend the night at my brother's house. Okay. This is too close to home for me. All right. This is so familiar. She leaving out a whole bunch of dick sucking. She leaving out all of that shit, bro. But this is what I call the social manipulation of the man, where she becomes the victim, even expressing the fact that she was the problem. She's still the victim. Man almighty.
And so I'm doing this right around the holidays. This is beginning of December. And I get home and I'm like, I'm moving out. And he's just, I get a new job actually in COVID. So I'm no longer.
All right, man, boy. Woo, wee. Press 1 in the chat.
It's an evil world.
If you've experienced this, I can tell you, man, that is play by play. It's very similar to what I dealt with. And I took the L. Even during the divorce, I was taking the L. And I was like, I wasn't the one. I wasn't the one doing shit. I was the one that called you out on the behavior, but I was the one that took that L. Man, this is incredible. But of course, when I say that women do this, I'm just a woman hater. No, that's very, very common. Very, very common. A lot of dudes will go through this and they just let you do something wrong to her. And she's waiting for it. She's hoping one day you smack her. She's hoping one day you push her down because now she's a victim. Oh, he shoved me. He pushed me. He domestically violated me. This is a whole thing when I hear domestic violence. He domestic violated me. I'm like, yeah, but you probably instigated it. And the data tells us most domestic violence incidences are instigated by the woman, aka the victim. I was like, yeah, he probably couldn't take it no more. And then boom. All right. I can't say that's appropriate, but that's what the data tells us. The CDC tells us that. But I know a lot of guys that are in marriages right now, stuck, and their wives are doing something similar to that. And when they're in public, they chinning and grinning. Okay, happy wife, happy life. And most of the time, when you yell at a woman and she says you were verbally abusive, it's normally you're responding to that. Okay, he yells at me. He's verbally abusive. Well, I yelled at you when you came at home on Tuesday at midnight drunk. I yelled at you then. Yes, I called you a whore, a no good, dirty down dog, skeezer. Yeah, I called you that. She's not going to tell you that in context. He yells at me and he calls me dirty names. Yeah, when you came home on Tuesday at 12:30, 1:30 and 2:30, and you moved out for a month. And I had to pay. Yeah, I called you a bunch of names. Verbally abusive. The verbally abusive is a response to their bullshit. 8 times out of 10. They won't tell you that in context, though. Controlling, insecure is a response to their actions. They're doing something, then you become insecure and controlling, and then they call you controlling, insecure, verbally abusive, and so forth and so on. I'm telling you, man, it's so sick that our society doesn't see it that way. But of course, when I preach this, dudes will be like, well, not all women do this. Okay, whatever. All right, whatever. Go for it. Y'all guys keep rolling the dice. Keep rolling the dice. Keep doing what you're doing and hope you're going to find somebody that doesn't do this. The reality is you don't know if she's going to do this. You don't know. You can't. There's nothing that tells you she's going to do this other than the fact that she has a vagina. That's the only thing that you can use to judge. You can't see how she dresses, if she doesn't have a job, if she's 20 years old, if she has a career, if she's 50. Nothing can tell you if she has or will do this other than the fact that she has a vagina. That's it. That's the only thing I can go off of. Okay, she got a vagina. So that's what I got to look out for. I can't look out for any other flag. Now, the things that will increase it, alcoholism, tattoos, drugs, party girl, these are more than likely going to increase the chance that she does it. All right. So she has a vagina and she used to do drugs, or she still does drugs. She smokes weed. Okay. These are things that probably going to give me the increased likelihood that she's going to do it. That's all I can go off of. I can't predict it other than that. So then I just say, well, fuck it. I'm going to just be cautious with them. That's all I can go off of. Anyway, I've seen quiet girls do this. I've seen loud, aggressive girls do this. You just don't know. I've seen women that I didn't even yell at say, you're yelling at me. You're attacking me. And I'm just like, man, bro, these people are sick in the head, but you got to watch out for it. Anyway, that's the end of that segment.